Did you know Morrisons do an afternoon tea? Well, neither did I until recently, and if you're like me, you're probably wondering what it's like. Well, today I'm going to find out because I'm going to be trying one. So let's head over to Morrisons. So the Morrisons I decided to go to is one that I've been to before, located in Kirkstall in Leeds. It's a really large one and has pretty much everything you want in it, including 2 cafes and a market kitchen takeaway section along with the usual groceries. Let's head in. So this is the main counter area, and I'm guessing this is where most of my afternoon tea items will come from, as there's a lot of cakes, scones and sandwiches on display. The seating area is large and you have ample seating to choose from. I quite like the tables and chairs that they have in here, as they kind of make it seem more homey. The menu is just as big as the seating area is large, with a variety of foods to choose from, which are available all day. But today I'm going for the afternoon tea for 2, even though it's just me. So let's grab our tray and get ordering. You make your own teas here, so you get to choose your own cup and teapot. And even get to fill it up yourself too. And because I'm getting the afternoon tea for 2, I get to have a second teapot. So here is my tea for 2 for 1. I have to start off as usual and make a cup of tea. And I think I've said it before, I'm not the biggest fan of milk in these cartons, as they don't taste as good as fresh milk, but it will do. So this is the Morrisons afternoon tea. You can see it consists of 3 layers, each with food presented on a plate. So you have sweet items on the top and middle layers, with the savoury items on the bottom. The sandwich selection you get is egg mayo, ham and prawn mayo. And as mentioned before, this is for 2 people, so you get 2 of each. The middle layer is where you have the scone, and it looks like a fruit one to me. You also have the jam and clotted cream with a couple of packs of butter too. And on the top layer you have what looks like a Madeira cake, some chocolate brownies and a couple of cheesecakes in little pots. I think I'm going to start off with the sandwiches and with the egg mayo and work my way along. So it looks like you have the egg mayo with cress all inside some brown bread. Let's give it a taste. It's a decent egg mayo. The bread is soft, you taste the flavour of the egg, and the mayo and egg yolk add that bit of creaminess. Let's move on to the ham sandwich. It's a good layer of ham in the middle, and this time it's white bread that it's in, so a classic looking ham sandwich. This was actually really nice. You get a great smoky flavour from the ham, which I wasn't expecting. I think I was expecting just some plain ham, but with this one it was extra smoky, so added an extra flavour to the bite, which was great. The last sandwich is the prawn mayo. You can see the prawns mixed in here with some mayo, and the bread seems to be a mix of brown and white bread here as well, so an in-between bread. Let's see how it tastes. Pretty good. The prawns are soft with a little bit of a salty flavour, and the mayo adds a creaminess to it, so another good sandwich. I think I'm ready for the sweet items now, and I'm going to start with the top layer and the Madeira cake. It's a nice yellow colour with a golden brown crust. Let's try it out. It's actually not Madeira cake at all. I think this is a lemon drizzle cake. It's soft and spongy in the middle with a nice sweet lemon flavour, so really delicious. In fact, I think that's some of the icing that's fallen off the top, but even without it, it's pretty tasty. I'm going to try out one of these chocolate brownies next. It's a really dense one, as you might be able to see, and it's really dark in colour too, so I think this is going to be really chocolatey. Let's try it out and see. It is indeed very chocolatey. The texture of it is like a toffee texture where it's soft and squidgy, but instead of a buttery sweet toffee flavour, it's chocolatey. I can see why it's only a small piece because this is really rich, so you wouldn't be able to eat a lot of it. Let's try out this cheesecake next. So it looks like you get a layer of jam or jelly on top, the cheesecake in the middle, and some small biscuits on the bottom. Now I'm a big fan of cheesecake, so I'm looking forward to this. Let's try it out. Pretty good. You get the sweet jam flavour as soon as you bite into it. The cheesecake is soft in texture and creamy in flavour, but you can't quite taste the biscuit base. They're not crunchy as you would expect, but soft actually. Pretty much the same texture as the cheesecake, so it kind of all blends together. Now for the main event, the scone. It's a fruit one that you get here, and it's a square one with a sugary coating on top. I have to be honest, I do prefer a traditionally shaped one without any fruit or sugar on top, but let's try it out and see what it's like. You get a good sized jar of strawberry jam on the side, which is more than enough for the size of scone, and a pot of clotted cream as well, which the brand is Rodders. I don't think I've heard of them before, but I'm hoping they're a good one. You do also get butter with it too, which I don't think I'll be using as it might be too buttery with the clotted cream already being on it. I don't know, does anybody have butter with it as well? Comment below if you do. Let's get some of the jam on the scone, and I want it to be a decent layer too, so let's put a lot on. And then some clotted cream, which again needs to be a decent layer. I mean, they gave you a big pot of it, so it would be a shame to waste it, right? Delicious. The clotted cream was definitely creamy, the jam was sweet, you could taste the strawberry flavour, the scone was soft and crumbly, and it combined together really well. So, a pretty good afternoon tea. It was a bit heavy on the sugar, so can get a bit sickly, but not bad at all. So that was a pretty decent afternoon tea in there. I particularly like the lemon drizzle cake and the scone with clotted cream and jam. So the total cost of that meal was £12.99, but it was for 2 people. So do you think that was worth it? Comment down below. For me, I would say that it was. It pretty much breaks down to £6.50 per person, and for that you get some sandwiches, the scone and clotted cream, cakes and a pot of tea. Okay, if you like afternoon teas, click on the thumbs up icon below and click on subscribe to come along for the next food journey, and I'll see you in the next one.